This week's movies: Augustine, Frances Ha, and Star Trek Into Darkness.
Captain on the bridge!
Lieutenant, we have an open channel, Mr. Spock.
The heat's frying his comms, but we still have contact.
Directed by J.J. Abrams, Star Trek Into Darkness is the 12th big-screen entry to the storied franchise and the sequel to the 2009 reboot. In his review, A.O. Scott writes, "While the crew in the original television series found its way into plenty of fights, the show itself always tried to stay true to the ideals of peaceful intergalactic ethnography. You get a bit of that in the beginning of this film, and the cast continues to pay sharp and playful tribute to their predecessors.
Ears burning?
But it's hard to emerge from Into Darkness without a feeling of disappointment, even betrayal. In his pursuit of blockbuster currency, Mr. Abrams has sacrificed a lot of Star Trek's idiosyncrasies, and worse, the large-spirited humanism that sustained it."
We are going to take over the world.
You'll be this awesome publishing mogul.
And you'll be this famous modern dancer.
Frances Ha is directed by Noah Baumbach from a screenplay he wrote with Greta Gerwig, who also plays the title role. In his review, A.O. Scott writes, "The film is entirely caught up in the individuality of its heroine, who is viewed with affectionate detachment. Frances's circumstances often seem to be at war with her sense of entitlement, the idea that her specialness makes her immune to failure. It is painful to watch the world challenging this view, even as it is also hard not to be on the side of the world. But the spirit of the film is more wry than punitive, and it is, in the end, less a satire or a cautionary tale than a bedtime story for young adults."
What do you do?
It's kind of hard to explain.
Because what you do is complicated?
Because I don't really do it.
Augustine is about the 19th century French neurologist Jean-Martin Charcot and his treatment of an illiterate housemaid.
Ça parle pas trop d'amour, au livre.
Qu'est-ce que tu connais l'amour, toi?
Plein de choses.
In his review, A.O. Scott writes, "The film is not a neatly moralized fable of a predator and his victim. Rather, it is what might be called a melodrama of transference, one of a number of recent films exploring the treacherous dynamic between a fallible therapist and a disturbed patient. It's intellectually satisfying partly because it communicates its ideas at the level of feeling. As Augustine slowly emerges from her cocoon of ignorance and fear, we see her acquiring self-knowledge and tools for survival. And in the process, our pity turns to awe."
J'ai pas besoin de vous, je peux très bien me débrouiller toute seule.
Pour ça, faudrait que tu saches au moins lire et écrire. Même pour être bonne, faut savoir ça.